It's 2 a.m. You're about to fall asleep when your brain plays its greatest hit. That one mortifying thing you did in high school. You physically cringe and wonder, why is this memory still haunting me? Embarrassing memories can feel like a life sentence. But what if you could change how you feel about them, weakening their emotional grip for good? I'm not talking about literally deleting a file. This is about rewiring your brain. In this video, we're diving into the science-backed techniques that can help you do just that. So why can you forget what you had for lunch yesterday, but remember with perfect clarity waving back at someone who wasn't waving at you a decade ago? The answer is survival. For our ancestors, social rejection could be a death sentence, so your brain treats social pain and physical pain in very similar ways. That sting of humiliation is your brain screaming, "That was a threat! Remember it forever so we never do it again." This process is supercharged by a few key things. First, the amygdala, your brain's emotional highlighter, tags the memory as critically important. This is amplified by the negativity bias. Our brains are like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. On top of that, we all experience the spotlight effect, our tendency to wildly overestimate how much other people notice our mistakes. In one study, students who had to wear an embarrassing t-shirt estimated that half the people in a room would notice. The actual number? Less than a quarter. Most people are too busy worrying about their own embarrassing moments to notice yours. When an embarrassing memory surfaces, specific brain machinery kicks into gear. The parts of your brain responsible for your sense of self, social pain, and detailed memory all light up as if you were living it for the first time. Now, here is the most important concept: memory reconsolidation. Every time you recall a memory, it doesn't just play back like a video. For a brief window, that memory becomes unlocked and changeable. If, during this window, you just feel the shame, you are resaving the memory with an even stronger emotional tag. You're teaching your brain, yep, this is still a huge threat. But this very process is also our escape hatch. If we can consciously intervene when the memory is unlocked, we can change the story and weaken its power. So, how do we use that reconsolidation window to our advantage? Here are 3 science-backed techniques to take back control. Technique 1, the video editor method. Think of yourself as a video editor in your mind. The next time the memory pops up, let it play, but start messing with the controls. First, drain all the color out until it's grainy black and white. Next, change the audio. Replace awkward silence with a goofy circus soundtrack. Mute the voices. Now, play with the speed. Speed it up until it's ridiculous, then slow it way down until it feels absurd. Finally, take that mental video and shrink it. Picture it getting smaller and smaller, like a closing window on a computer, until it's a tiny, silent postage stamp. Then, watch it fade to black. You're recalling the memory, but instead of reinforcing shame, you're stripping its emotional charge and tagging it as old, irrelevant data. Technique 2, the contextual shift. Research shows that when we recall a painful memory, we fixate on our emotions. To stop this, deliberately shift your focus to the non-emotional, factual details. The next time the memory of that disastrous presentation comes up, instead of dwelling on your racing heart, force your brain to focus on the boring stuff. What color was the carpet? Can you remember the weather that day? What were you wearing? By intentionally focusing on these neutral details, you pull your brain away from the emotional storm and break the painful loop. Technique 3, the compassionate time traveler. Often, old memories hurt because we judge our past selves with the wisdom we have today. This technique is about changing the narrative from shame to compassion. When the memory appears, see that younger you as a friend. That person was doing the best they could with the knowledge and maturity they had at that moment. Acknowledge what happened, then ask a new question. What did I learn from that moment? How have I grown since then? The fact that you cringe at it now is proof that you are no longer that person. That cringe is the sound of personal growth. This reframes the memory from social threat to valuable learning experience, mission complete. Can you literally erase the memory? No, but you can absolutely neutralize it. You can strip it of its power to stop haunting you at 2 a.m. It starts by understanding why your brain is doing this and ends with you taking an active role. Use one of the techniques I've mentioned to rewrite your brain and change the emotional script. The fact that you cringe at your past isn't a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that you've grown. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of being human. And drop a comment below sharing a technique you've used to get over a tough memory. You never know who you might help. And remember to be kind to your past self. They got you here.